Lights, camera,
Rolling.
action.
Welcome to my podcast, Let's Talk About Verticals, a place where secrets are spilled, stories unfold, and the mysterious world of verticals is revealed in all its glory. Behind the scenes, oh yes. Exclusive insights, absolutely. Eccentric characters, you bet. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something suspiciously strong, and prepare for a conversation you didn't know you needed. So welcome to the podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. And now, let's talk. Hello and welcome to my podcast Let's Talk About Verticals. We are in the middle of a summer and it's hot. But we all know that we have to watch verticals, that we have watched verticals, so it's enough stuff to talk about for the month of July. And we are doing now the July recap for you. And I have 4 ladies on my side. First of all, Dalia from Vertical Films Lover, Aline from I Love Verticals, Shikha from Vertical View Weekly, and Caitlyn from Verticate. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Michaela.
Ladies, in my opinion, July was a really good month in verticals. I don't know what yours opinion, but I saw really, let's remember last month I had 16 dropouts. I was a bit disappointed in last month, but this month there has been so many great verticals, and I think it's the beginning of the second half of the year, and we are celebrating a bit the great humans in this vertical, because I was very surprised of the quality of the live acted verticals. Let's say that in that way. And I don't know, but my number is 52 this month. And drum roll, only 4 dropouts.
Nice.
That's for me, it's really good.
Impressive.
Yeah.
For me, it's good. I don't know. Maybe I had a good gut feeling which one I better not should start. I don't know. But 4 dropouts, 52 verticals. And as I said, I was very surprised of the quality this month. I have to go to Caitlyn first, because Caitlyn wrote in our group chat a few days ago that it maybe could happen that she will have her second dropout ever in the vertical watching career. And I have to ask her, did you drop out?
Yeah, I ended up not finishing it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
for the books, the second dropout of Caitlyn after 1,000 whatever verticals in total.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm like 1,200-ish, over the past year and a half-ish.
The second
this one-
dropout.
Yes, the second dropout was Heartbreak High, Revenge on My First Love on Drama Box.
Yeah, we have to come back
that
to
one-
that later, because for me it's
Yeah.
also a dropout in this month.
Yeah.
Anyone else dropped out on that?
I didn't even try it.
I didn't even
You didn't watch.
Okay, so let's say of them who
if
watched the
I drop
100%
out,
drop
you know
out.
it's serious, Yeah. If I
Yeah,
drop out,
if
you know
you
it's
are
serious.
dropping out, it's really serious. Dalia,
Yeah.
did you have a dropout?
I did not.
Okay, she's following her line. How many verticals have you watched?
I watched 59.
Are you in a
59.
summer break or what's on?
We're a little bit on a summer break, but
Because
I
it's nearly
actually-
half of your last month.
Well, yes, but I traveled a lot more last month.
Okay.
I traveled a lot more last month. This month I did 59 and reviewed 32. And let me tell you, I think I've gotten the gist on picking good ones. This is a good month. There are some that were But
Yeah.
for the most part, I have a lot of A's. I have a lot of A pluses, which is weird. I have like 14 A pluses, which an A plus for me is hard. But I was very pleased with this month. A lot
Yeah.
of lovely live action.
And a lot of new storylines,
Yes.
in my opinion. Shika, welcome back. You were missed last month, and okay, last month you couldn't beat Dalia with her 100 whatever, but
100?
103.
Ah, I would never be able to touch that number, I think.
so that's why you missed last month.
I'll never touch it
Welcome
again
back.
either.
I am
I'll
going to
never
lose.
touch it again
But I
either.
lost this month because I watched just 53. So again, Dalia won this month.
Huh.
Maybe.
How many dropouts did you have?
No, I did not. I watched the trailer. If I like it, I watch
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Otherwise, so I did not drop out any vertical. I finished all of those.
Okay. So Aline, you had a business work week, month.
Yeah, I like for 3 weeks I watched nothing at all because I was overtime at work almost every day, and my brain was just impossible to focus on anything. So I still finished 19 at the end, so it's not so bad considering for 3 weeks I watched nothing at all. But I spend my months on most on one app only. I will tell which one later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have one DNF, but basically it's because I just saw like the small poster and I misunderstood the poster. I thought it was something completely different, and once I click, I was like, this is not what I expected. So I don't even know if it can count as a DNF because it's basically me misreading the poster somehow.
It was
Otherwise, yeah, honestly, if I've seen the story before, like if I understood better what it was about, I would not even started it. So I don't know if it really count as a DNF. But those that I watched were half good, half okay, not so bad, except one or two that were kind of disappointing. But I would not even say that I've seen crap this month. So it's more like something that was just not my taste, something that I didn't like, but overall it was not bad. It's just not something I really enjoyed. So it was quite a good month.
Am I wrong that there haven't been so many mafia stories in July? I don't know why. I had the feeling. I had the feeling that it was a bit less in werewolf and less in mafia stuff. It was more the
Oh yeah,
cutie,
there's
more the
like
cute
no
stories.
werewolf human verticals. Like I've been looking for one desperately that's like
Yeah.
good, and I
Yeah.
haven't found any yet. But there's been a few mafia ones that have been okay though.
Huh. So, you said you have been mostly on one app, Aline. Which one?
My drama. So basically, I had a lot of stuff that I had to watch on my drama for months, like sitting on my watch list for forever, basically. So I took a monthly, and since I didn't have time to go on many apps because, like I said, I was super busy, I focused mainly on this one. So out of the 19 I watched, 14 were on my drama.
Ooh.
So it was really like basically my app this month. Not all of them were amazing. Some were just okay. I have the sub. I still have time. I will watch it.
Yeah.
But if like otherwise, I would probably not click on some of them. It's just because I happen to have the sub. But some of them were actually really surprising. I haven't seen a lot of reviews about them, and I really like them. Some were it's for many people months ago, so I'm just late on the train basically. But no, like again, we know that my drama has good content, so it's just matter of time having a sub. The sub stuff is always a bit messy on this app, so that's why I don't sub that much. But yeah, was a my drama month.
Shika, you also had 2 months ago a My Drama month. What was your app this month where you spent mostly?
I am refraining from talking about my drama because there's some shady business going on over there. So I will not talk about them for until those things are rectified. I've told Dalia about it. But I think the ones that I watched the most this month has to be Dreamy and Real Shot. Real Shot, yeah, I know they are actually maintaining the flow of live action verticals, but I have a bone to pick with them because everything seems to be mediocre. There's nothing like wow on Reel Shot like before. Every other vertical, if you pick up from 2024 to 2025 middle, everything was so amazing. Everyone had some favorite Reel Shot vertical. Oh my god, that is on Reel Shot, that is on Reel Shot. But now the latest bouquet of live action verticals are all mediocre. This the Savannah and Luke Lodge and Cameron for us, and these all these verticals are so similar. They've started to merge. So they have so much resources. They have such great actors. I don't know why are they stuck in that mediocrity. So I would prefer that. As for Dreamy Shot, I think the first app I subscribed to in my life was Dreamy Shot, and till today I'm happy with whatever they put out. They put out 1 to 2 verticals a month, and I'm okay with that. At least I know they are going to be good. So these are my top 2 apps of the month.
Okay, Caitlyn?
Majority of my time was spent on Real Short, but I will echo what Shika said is none of it was blown away super fantastic. One of my disappointments of the month is on Real Short. But also like in reference to what Shika was saying, the recycled lines. It's not my disappointment of the month, but the sniper sequel one with Logan in it was an exact duplicate of Luke's high school bully one. It just with guns. Like that's the only. It was exactly recycled story, and it was like sad to see that exact story recycled when they had so much potential and so much talent there that they could have done such a great story, and it just was a recycled plot. So I was a little disappointed, but for quality, if we're going with quality, it definitely was more of a my drama and drama pops. I don't like what they're doing, but the human ones that they have put out have been, in my opinion, good. So
Dalia, where have you spent your most?
Candy jar, candy jar. I actually went through and went back to the beginning, and anything that I was missing from Candy Jar, I watched it, so I can now say with confidence that I have seen everything on Candy Jar. Everything that Candy Jar has, I've seen it. I haven't reviewed all of them. That's still kind of a goal, but I have seen all of them, and even the ones that they put out like from June 29th to now to yesterday. Yep, Candy Jar gets it this month.
I was this month for the first time a lot on TikTok. I
Also,
saw
yeah.
a lot of verticals on TikTok because, for example, Blake Lewis put there, I think, 4 shows this month, and I was or 5, and 2 on Real Short or stuff. I don't know.
Oh, on TikTok, yeah, I think it was 4, and then
Yeah.
one on Real Short.
And I don't know why, because I went back to TikTok a few times, and then I said, oh, a new show dropped. Yeah, I will watch it. And I finished every show I started on TikTok. I finished, surprisingly. Although I sometimes find it a bit. Let's say today I watched a vertical there with Caleb Peluso in it. I don't know what the name was exactly. It was something with Harvard, whatever. And they made, although he was naked, his breast a little bit foggy. that's a TikTok restriction. But I watched a lot of verticals on TikTok, and as you, Candy Jar was my safe place. Let's say it in that way. So, but I also watched a few on Drama Wave. We had some human verticals on Drama Wave new, for example, the one with Jackson Tiller and the new
Shayna.
one with Sam Meyerson and Nicole Maddox. The Wrong Sister in My Bed one was on Drama Wave. So
And Cecedine, and for the
Yep, exactly.
my
So
Big Fat
I
Fake Wedding.
swooped to Drama Wave because I have still a yearly subscription there, and I swooped a bit over to Drama Wave as well. Because there were also some really nice shows. So yeah, I think we are ongoing with mostly the typical platforms we are. But to be honest, I was a bit disappointed of Drama Box this month. 2 months ago, Drama Box put really good content out, but this month it was a bit, nothing really catch me on Drama Box. I think it was only the one, It Was Always You with Aaron Orcott and
Shane.
Shane. Exactly, that was the only one I really watched on Drama Box this month, I think. Nothing really more. I wanna catch up what you said, Caitlyn, with Guns vertical on Real Short, the American Sniper, the Kid of Guns. Because
Yes.
in this vertical I found my side role of the month. So as you said, the storyline was more. But I want to give my side role of the month to Robert Keefe, because he's such an underestimated actor, and I was really happy about his acting in this vertical, and I loved that he was playing this nice guy in this vertical, this supporting guy in this vertical. For me, he was my side role of the month. He was the only actor or actress in side role clinging to my mind when I was thinking about who I loved at the side role of the month. So my personal side role of the month depends and goes to Robert Keefe. And we all have to give him really badly the James Bond vertical, just for saying, if someone is listening. So next, who has a great side role? Yeah, Dalia.
My side role goes to two people for the same vertical. Keeping the Cowboys Baby on Real Short.
I haven't seen
The
it
side
yet.
role is going to go to Declan Clifford and Sarah Maliski. I love
Sarah
seeing
Maliski,
Sarah.
is it?
I
haven't
love
seen
Sarah
it yet.
Maliski as a villain, but in
Okay.
this one, she was a villain with a conscience. And I loved it. I loved that for her. I loved what it did for her as a character. At least in my eyes, it showed humanity. It was all about, you really had to think, wow, are we really going to be that horrible to someone who's pregnant? No, I can't. You know what I mean? Like to see her have that realization and be like, no, screw you. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be your puppet.
Okay.
And Declan Clifford, he was the best friend assistant vet tech, and he was just phenomenal in that role. I mean, he had her back the entire time, and I loved both of those characters in that vertical.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, so I have to put it on my to watch list. Okay. Shika?
I also have two. One is Ryan Larson, and It Was Always You as Alexander. He
The
was
brother,
so
right? It was the
funny and
brother.
tomato obsessed, and
Yeah.
it was just so nice to watch, and everybody was over the top on purpose. So I like this, like such campy performances. So one was that, and the other I would say was Nick Garabedian in Her Beast. I mean, it was nice to see him after so long, and
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing was wrong, but he still continues to be that doofus. But it was nice to see him. He's an amazing actor, and I wish he was in more verticals. But yeah, so these two are my side roles of the month.
True. Caitlyn?
Trying to find the lady's name, but it's here it is. So like Dalia mentioned, in Keeping the Cowboys Baby, I'm actually gonna go with the evil mother, played by Ellen Williams. I've seen a lot of matriarch type characters, but this one was super sinister, and she
She
pulled it off
was.
really well.
She made me angry. She made me so angry every time she came on screen.
And the thing is, though, she made you angry, but there was a sass about it too. It was like I said, like just embodied whole sinister. And I think the last time I saw her was in Mariah Moss's Baby Daddy one, Dr. Baby Daddy one that Real Short has too. So I haven't seen her in one in a long time. And then she comes in this one and she kind of like blows it out of the water for sure.
Yeah, she did.
She's definitely my supporting actress of the month. I actually do have a supporting actor of the month that I'm not really sure everybody's going to necessarily agree with or even notice. It's a little bit of an older vertical. It's Pregnant with the Hockey Stars Baby on Drama Pops with Tyler and Meg. But the father, Ray Marone is the character, is played, and I'm going to try and get this right, William Gurney Brock played the dad. And I don't know why, but there was something about the way he played it that I was like, I really liked it. And I thought he did really well. Like I'm like, okay, this guy might have the chops to keep going, you know? So I really enjoyed that.
Aline.
So I have two that are also in the same vertical. It's on Val Villa, the one that released on Candy Jar yesterday. It's Olivia Rose Williams and Jeff Lawless. They were like one of the basically the stories. They have three couples, so we have the main one, and Olivia and Jeff are the second one, and they were just hilarious. I mean, Jeff is. Honestly, he's one of my favorite actor, and I'm just so sad he doesn't have more lead role because he's just absolutely amazing. And when it's in a comedy, like he nailed it all the time, and his character was adorable and a little bit goofy, and he was very good at the end. Like everything was great. And Olivia, she played like to me, she even overshadowed Tess somehow because she was the archetype.
I'm remembering.
It's just like she was the archetype of the reality TV influencer, whatever. She did it so perfectly. She was like everything you can imagine. Like I don't watch reality TV, but I sometimes you see clips coming out on social media, whatever, and it's always like the most stupid people ever doing stupid shit. She did that so perfectly like the way she acted it was absolutely perfect. So for me, she was so good. And her like the couple with Jeff, like it was just so weird couple, like completely odd. Obviously if you watch you understand why, but it was absolutely amazing, and I laughed the entire time. So I definitely have to give the praise for them.
Nice.
I have
Yeah,
to
I
watch
thought it
this
was.
also.
I thought it was unhinged in the best way. I loved
Yeah,
it. I watched it
honestly-
last night, and I kept writing messages. I kept going, "OMG, OMG!"
Yeah, like honestly, like it's exactly like a parody of a reality TV show. So
Yes.
when you because I'm not watching that kind of stuff. Like I did watch it when I was 15, but not anymore. But this is exactly what I expect from, and it's a parody, but it kind of look real as well. Like you could imagine that it actually happened on some of those crazy reality TV shows, and they just did it perfectly. And again, like Olivia and Jeff were absolutely perfect on it. So
Her frustrated like growl.
yeah, it's just again she was really amazing, and Jeff as well. So yeah, I really 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 love this one.
She was fantastic. Yeah, they were both great. They were both great.
Yeah.
Can you say the name of the vertical again, please?
Val Villa is the one that was released yesterday on Candy Jar.
Okay.
Vow like wedding vow, and then villa like a
Okay.
house villa.
Okay, no, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
So-
it was released yesterday, so it's like really
Okay.
a super recent one. But I watched it because like I knew it would be good. Like when you see the cast and I knew it would be good, so I had to watch it to finish the month in the best way possible.
And Jared and Tess were great too. But I mean, but Olivia stole the show.
Yeah, but I leave it for
Yeah,
after
also.
because they are somewhere else on my top list, so I will leave it for after.
So, We can stay for a short moment on Candy Jar because I want to go to the chemistry of the month. And for me, that was Noah Andre and Sophie Soto in Study Buddy. That was really good. I recorded with Noah Andre and he told me that about this upcoming show and said, yeah, I think you should watch it. In my opinion, it's really good. And I watched it and I was so, oh yes, that's a type of storyline I want to see. You know, there was a bit a plus-sized lady, but it was not always the theme and discussed, and it was so I loved it. And the chemistry between them was so good, so naturally, so as they were roommates in real life. You know what I mean? So I loved that one. And I want to add a second chemistry of the month from Mac Bush and Blake Lewis in Echoes of Your Heartbeat on TikTok. That was so good.
Haven't seen it yet.
You have to watch it. It's really good. Also took complete new storyline in it.
It really is.
Nice.
It was so good. So for me, 2 chemistry of the month in total different storylines on total different platforms. As I said, 1 Mac Bush, Black Lewis in Echoes of Your Heartbeat on TikTok, and the second one Noah Andre and Sophia Soto in Study Buddy on Candy Jar. So, who has loved some other actors? Yeah, Aline.
I can go back to Valvilla because the chemistry is for Tess and Jared. Well, obviously, I'm not surprised that they have chemistry because we've seen that with Offside last month, 2 months ago, like the one on Drama Wave, the football one. They were amazing in it, and obviously in this one again, it just works absolutely perfectly. So and because also like it's a friend to lover storyline, it works well, and Jared playing like the kind of I don't know, yeah, the kind of the same as on Offside, the guy that you want to slap but smack in the same time. Like you want to kiss him and you want to slap him at the same time. Like he's a bit annoying, but he's like super charming. And Jared is really good in that kind of role. And Tess is not in exactly doing the same kind of character, like compared to all the other that are very reality TV-ish character. She's not that kind. Like she's kind of an outsider coming in the show. So you see that difference, but it works so well between those two, and yeah, definitely chemistry of the month.
I want to add Offside was on Drama Wave for everyone who hasn't watched it yet. Just a short notice on that. Shikha, which couple made your...
I have 2. One is Mariah Moss and Volo in Hot Priest. I mean,
I echo.
yeah. Set the screen on fire, like literally. So one was them, and because I really like that dynamic of you want to you're this close but you're not able to. So I really love that. And the second was Emily and Kiki. They had 2 verticals come out this month, and both, I will say, both did not tap into the chemistry completely. We saw a little bit of that in my office laughing stock on Playlet. But yeah, I would like to see more of them. They're so adorable together. Like, there's some people are just complimentary, the way they look and the way they exchange lines and everything. So I really like both of them. Totally opposite. I mean, Mariah and Volo were like hot, and these were very cute. So
Yeah, when Mariah and Volo were on screen, I got messages from Dalia that she was a bit overstimulated about
But not in the way that you would think. I'm going to talk about that now.
She wrote everything in big letters. You have to watch it!
Yes.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation
For
mark.
me, it was almost like, and it is, my I have 2, but the first one is Hot Priest, so I'm gonna get it out now. It wasn't just the chemistry; it was the buildup. every time they were on screen, whether they were almost about to get caught, every time I felt like I was watching a horror movie. But not because it was a horror movie, but a horror movie, you know how you watch it and you're just waiting for the jump scare?
Uh,
The
Yeah.
anticipation of waiting for them to get caught. It was palpable. It made you like, oh my God, just go. If you're gonna kiss, because you're gonna get caught. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't. And I stopped looking for the kisses, and I just embraced those moments because they were sitting opposite in the confessional, and you could feel the chemistry. It was, I mean, it was palpable. For me, well, yeah, it's top chemistry. The next one is Snatched by My Ex's Brother on TikTok, which is one of 5 Blake Lewis.
I watched this today.
But Blake and Kirsten Kendall were awesome together. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I did a whole post about all of the hockey verticals that he did, and I think that he had a great month at 5 verticals. This one for me was the top. It was well acted.
Yeah.
It wasn't even so much about their chemistry. It was about how he transformed as a person to help her transition her feelings. You know what I mean? To try and deal with her feelings. So it was awesome too.
It's on TikTok, by the way.
Kirsten is one of those actresses that can have chemistry with almost everyone. Like we have some actresses that Mariah is one of them as well.
Nicole Maddox has chemistry with a wall.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like Kirsten is one of those actresses that every time I see her with anyone, like it works. It just works. So yeah, she's really amazing.
I had this exactly feeling with Blake. Blake had with so many actors such a great chemistry I saw lately. With Mac Bush, and that
he's
one
just such a green flag, and since he's tall, he's like got presence. It's for me, it's almost like Cayman. Cayman comes into a room and everyone just looks. Blake also, he's tall. You see the tattoos. He looks imposing. It's one of those presents that you can tell that they are just there to take care of their partner type thing.
These are the actors where you want to simply get a hug from them. Sorry. It's just that. So yeah, okay, I would prefer a hug from this guy because I think he would mean it. You know what I mean? So yeah, as you said, this loving, caring, back-upping guy. True. So should we first talk about the little disappointments of the month and then back
did you say chemistry, Caitlyn?
Oh, no. Sorry.
No. And because I was waiting to see if you guys were going to mention it, because I wasn't going to make a big deal if you guys mentioned it, but nobody mentioned it. So I'm going to mention it. Augustin de Beaumont and Dalia on Off Limits on Drama Pops. If you haven't watched it, watch it. So you guys know I'm not a rom-com, or I'm not a romance girl. I'm also not a YA girl, which is why I'm not on Candy Jar very often. I don't usually like the YA stuff. This vertical is great, not only because of the chemistry, but I don't know who the intimacy coordinator was for this. The intimacy coordinator and the director and the actors did a wonderful job with the intimacy scenes. It was like watching a ballet or a piece of art. It was really great. And I use the word art because the intimacy scene included paint. And it was so beautifully done that I found myself going, whoa, this isn't. So a lot of the spicy verticals tend to be like flashy and in your face. This was done with so much taste to it, and it was just, like I said, it was beautiful, like a ballet or a song or something. It was so well done, very unlike some other verticals I saw, which I'll talk about later. Very believable. Their chemistry was on point throughout the whole movie and made that nice build up, but it wasn't in your face. It was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I nominated them for the chemistry of the month, but yeah, I want to mention it was directed by Ken Ozin, so it has to be good. He's one of my favorite directors.
He's mine too. Yeah. Yeah, he's one of mine.
Huh. Sorry, I forgot you. Sorry.
That's okay. Like I said, I wouldn't have bothered
But
except nobody else
lately you
mentioned him. I
get
was
a
like, I
bit
gotta
weak,
mention him.
huh, Caitlyn? Last month, what was the vertical last month where you said you couldn't believe that you watched it and you truly liked it, and now you're telling me that you watched a rom-com again? What's wrong with you?
Oh, I know, right? Something's happening. But
We
I
influenced her. Yay! Come to our side.
honestly, because I missed out on like the first like 2-3 weeks of this month because of life, I
Yeah.
was just trying to like binge watch as much as humanly possible.
Okay.
It's and drama pops, when they make human verticals, they do a really
Yeah.
good job. So
Yeah.
I always watched a drama pop human verticals, and this one was another stellar one that they've done. So I was very pleasantly surprised.
That one still got an 8 for me, but there were a couple of little issues with it that I couldn't. Yes, you bought into the chemistry, but I had a couple of issues with how they dealt with the almost rape scene.
Oh,
I mean, something like that, when you touch on something like that, and other movies have done it too, where the other character is still like around in the same class. Like, wait a minute, you're talking about something pretty serious. Even in the movie Clueless, her best friend, guy best friend, like hits on her, and he leaves her in the middle of sketchy LA. No consequences. He's still hanging out with the group. He's still in classes with them, not even touched on what had happened to her. So similar in this and Off Limits, once it was broken apart, Augustine's character actually said, "You did this to her," but the following day he was still in class. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that doesn't sit right with me when Verticals or any movie does that, because like, wait a minute, you're going to talk about your trauma and what you went through, and he's still in class with you.
yeah, but I guess it didn't bother me as much
No,
because I
no, I
know that
know,
that's
but I look at it
realistic.
because I have a police background. So for me, I have a police background, so I'll look at that. You know what I mean? It's something that it just comes in without
Oh
thinking
yeah.
about it.
And that's the thing is and that's what I like about us as a group is we can all watch the same vertical and notice different things within it and feel different ways. And I love that about this group.
I love
So
it
like
too.
so like that scene you're not as crazy about it on the opposite
I
end. It
still
didn't
love
bother
their
me.
chemistry. I still
Right,
love
but
their chemistry, but
what I'm saying is you and I actually flip when it comes to cost of touch. Like you like the way they handled it, I didn't.
right.
And that's okay. And I love that you and I can have that difference and we're still like, yeah, they were still good verticals.
And I'm still okay with staying in the same house with you.
Right?
Woo.
And you know what? I think it's kind of funny because I think Caitlyn somehow we switched because this month I have two that is like more darker romance that I really liked that are usually not my stuff. So we kind of
Freaky
switched.
Friday.
What
It's
is
Freaky Friday.
happening here?
Each other. We're turning each other. You turn me a little light and I'm turning you a little
We
dark.
are elevating our viewing habits.
Yeah.
You
Right.
are opening up your range, you want to say.
Yes. Yep.
So that's not
All right.
bad.
Let's hear it, Aline.
So, what do we want to talk about? First, the not so nice vertical, and
Yeah,
then
let's get that out of the way.
going back to the nice one to start with a
But
yay.
since we talked about chemistry support, maybe we can do like actor and actress of the month so we stay
Yeah.
on the same topic for now.
True.
Yep.
Wanna start?
I can start.
Do it.
My actress of the month will be Valeria Fokina for All In Double or Die. It's something that was released I think in
Shikha,
April.
yay!
Yeah, she talked about it when it was
A
released,
lot.
and like it was just sitting on my watch. Like I said, I haven't watched my drama for a while, and then I just binge watch everything this month, and Valeria was just honestly, I think it's one of the best female performance ever I've seen in a vertical. She was absolutely amazing. I loved it. Like the cast in general could be like ensemble cast to me because they were all great, but her especially, I don't even have a word to describe it. I really, really loved her in it. So she will be my actress of the month. And actor, I'm gonna give it to Adam Santa Cruz for Craving My British Cowboy. The vertical is not my top favorite vertical of the month, but I still like the story. Some side subplot were not that good, but the main storyline between the two guys was actually very good. And I really loved Adam's character in it. Like he was a little bit like shy, goofy, a little bit like he was blurting a lot of random fact whenever he was nervous. It was actually pretty funny. Every time like he was about to kiss the other guy, he would say like a random fact just because he was completely nervous. It was super cute and adorable, and Adam portrayed it really, really well. So I really liked it. So yeah, Adam Santa Cruz for actor and Valeria Fokina for actress.
The show with Adam Sandler Cruz is on Real Short, right?
Yes, it's one of this month's for Real Short, yeah.
Good. Dalia, who caught you?
I'm on the Blake Lewis train this month. All of his really were, they were all compelling. Obviously, I have my one favorite, but even Death Touch and Echoes of a Heartbeat were fantastic.
He
So the
delivered
free
so
hockey,
well. Ah.
he does. It's just, it's so fantastic to see, even from his first vertical, how consistent an actor he has been. And because he had 5 this month, he's definitely my actor of the month.
Yeah, he was my actor of the month. I think it was 2 months ago for this, the cheerleader and the beast on Drama
Yes,
Wave, was it?
yes.
That
I just
was,
reviewed that. I just
yeah,
reviewed
that was where he was my actor of the month because I didn't have it on my radar. Him and lately he dropped so many great shows. I've never seen a show where he acted which was kind of well. I love his shows. I love his acting. Yeah.
An actress is going to Chenna Veroni because she is just a bright light.
Which
I think
vertical
she's
was she
beautiful.
in?
I love how she acts. She was in a few this month, with Mark Vega on The Price of Letting Go and Dreamy Short. She was with Jackson Tiller on Drama Wave and Her Beast.
Yeah.
I mean, those two absolutely stand out. Yeah, she's my actress of the month.
Yeah. Shika.
I had top 4 for my awards, like Mariah Moss for Hot Priest, Sophia Soto for Study Buddy, Kayla was Teach Me How to Say Goodbye, but if I had to give it to one person, it was Eileen Evans for the Island Club. It's on Kayla's TV, and she plays a mother who lost her child, and she goes after revenge. And initially, you would think that how will she play a mother, but that part is not that focused because the child has died and she is out for revenge. So it could be a little sister. You don't need to think much about it, but her acting is always so impactful for me, and it was no different with Island Club. As for the male leads, I'll say Tyler Johnson Ellis for as Rush in Ride or Die Billionaire. It's on Drama Wave. I have not seen anyone play that biker role with so much swag and so much conviction. That grunge was there. He has that intensity. Reminded me of his first vertical on Wigloo. I don't remember the name. It was about wrestling, but yeah, it is one of the performances that stayed with me. So yeah, Tyler Johnson Ellis.
Who recently bought land, wasn't it, and lives there with a trailer now?
That's Travis
Oh,
Delory.
that is Travis
Ah.
Delory.
Sorry, mixed it up. Okay, I saw just that. Caitlyn.
Oh, I know that. It's
Caitlyn, who caught you? with the
So
acting?
for actor, Carter Siriani, I don't know if I'm saying his last name
Carter
right.
Sirianni.
Thank you. For keeping the Cowboys baby on Real Shore, I actually only seen maybe 2 others of his. I don't know that he has a lot out, but man, like he really brought it, and I because I'm a farmer and have my own farm and everything like that, I tend to be a little picky on farm stuff. But man, he made Ranchin look really hot, and his performance was really good. And it
And it was
just
like green flag, green flag, green flag. Like he burned down the world.
but the thing is he added a lot of mystery to it. So you knew he was green flag, but you also were intrigued, like, okay, I don't know everything about this character. Like it was really neat. I really liked his performance in this.
Yeah, he's great.
And on for actors, there's 3 that come to mind. Him, and of course, Augustin de Beaumont in Off Limits from Drama Pops, for sure. The other one is actually, and I cannot say his last name, so I'm not even going to try. The Ukrainian actor, he goes by Eugene, and his last name starts with an L. I never pronounce Ukrainian actors' last names because I'm so terrified to get it wrong. It's like, yeah, don't even want to do it.
Or something like that.
Say the vertical
Yeah.
who's in. Like everyone.
So it's the Sins of Dorian Gray on My Drama. Yep. So he blew it out of the water, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but he blew it out of the water. So those 3 guys are my actors of the month. Actresses are a little tougher for me. I am gonna go with Talia, not only because of the one she did with Augustin, but she put out quite a few this month. At least the ones that I saw. And every single one of them was either a really solid performance or really great performance. I never saw a subpar or mediocre performance from her this month. So I was really happy to see it. And she's also come a long way. And then my other actress of the month is Kate Belinska, I think it is.
Katie Shabelinska.
Yes. Yep. She did a great fill-in. So, and she technically was female lead. So, she's gonna be our female of the month. I don't have a third this month, unfortunately. Sorry.
It's fine. My actor of the month, I have 2. First, I go totally with Blake Lewis, with Dalia, for exactly same. And do we have a minimum age for actor of the month? No? Because I want to give my actor of the month to Logan Hannigan. His performance in American Sniper, The Kid of Guns, I laughed so many times. How he was pitching this role so cool and so self-confident, and I really adored him in this one, because I published also this month the episode I recorded with him, and there he already blew me away with all his talking, and that was his first lead role in a vertical. And I saw him and I said, thank God that they gave this guy such a fantastic role. I loved it. And he was also in the second vertical with Emily Gately and Kiki Frax on Short Max. It was called, what was the name?
Not a Stray.
Yeah, Not a Stray. I'm the Alpha's Cup. Sorry.
Oh,
on Short Max.
Yeah, on Short Max, yeah.
He was also in. But he is my favorite for his role. As we spoke earlier, the story was not
was
so
really great about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, fine.
I was just gonna say, you know what I thought was great about his Real Short lead debut. It is so impressive that someone his age can memorize that many lines to do in a vertical. I mean, the amount of dialogue he had in that vertical was large, even for an adult to handle.
Yeah.
And he handled that beautifully. Like, I was so impressed.
And he really leaded. You know what I mean?
He did.
It was so, as I said, this self-confidence, he's shown up with his nice cowboy boots and let me do it. I can do it. No problem. I was so, yes, I love this guy. I really love his acting. So
No,
he was,
he's really like from all the kids actor, he's definitely like way on top of every
yeah.
like I remember the very first one I've seen with him was with Lucas Silva and Tess the Dinerstein, like Mommy please don't divorce daddy, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And even like it was the first time I've seen it, but he stole the lead somehow. He was not supposed to be the lead, but you remember his performance on top of all the other ones. And like every performance that he did after that on any vertical, like he's always so great. And for a kid, you're like, wow, this is really, really impressive.
8-year-old
level.
kid, yeah. Yeah, but if you have listened to the episode when I asked him what his goal in acting, an 8-year-old guy told me, Michaela, I want to have that the audience forgets that I'm acting. I want to reach them by heart. And that's an 8-year-old told me, and I said, okay.
He made me cry in his acceptance speech.
Yes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
He's such a
That-
professional.
He
Really?
But I can
so
tell you,
much-
everyone was crying on the room. Everyone was crying when
He
he
has
did
a
his
bright
speech.
future ahead, I can tell you.
He really,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
really does. He really does.
So shout
And
out, and
anything he does.
Logan, we are very proud of you. Keep on going and doing such a great job.
Yes.
Actress of the month. I have 2. First, I want to give it to Nicole Maddox for her role in Wrong Sister in His Bed, because there she was, for me, really great, seeing her in 2 different characters. And I really loved her acting in that one. Okay, the chemistry with Sam Madison was also good, but this type embodying 2 different person, I really liked her. And my second actress, no, mostly 3. My second actress is Kirby Elwood for Falling for You 1,000 Times on TikTok. She was really good in that one. The latest vertical she did was so but 2 days ago I watched this Falling for You 1,000 Times, where she forgets after a week again the guy who she loves, and she embodied this role very well. And I don't know who was the male lead in that.
James
one.
Joseph Pulido.
Okay, because he was kind of new to me.
He's only done like 2 or 3.
On Real Short, he was. I think he did one with Maria Bar. I never can say
Barsegian,
her
yeah.
last name. Yeah, I think he did one lead with her.
He did
Okay.
one there, and then he did a werewolf one on Good Short. He did 2
okay.
on Good Short. So he did 2 on Good Short, 1 on Real Short, and then this one.
Yeah,
So he's
because
done
that
4.
one on TikTok, I really, really liked her acting, Kirby. I mean, she's such a great actress, but in this one, for me, it was, after the last ones, a great, let's say, comeback in a good one for her. And
Is that
of
the
course,
Bride on Fire one?
what?
The
Sorry?
Bride on Fire one I did not watch,
I haven't watched it.
of hers.
Me too.
I haven't watched it.
I didn't even try.
And I want to give also again a shout out to Sophia Soto. It was the first time I saw her in a vertical, but she did a really fantastic job, and I hope we are seeing her more and more in it. Yeah, so let's say kind of 3 actresses of the month in a different way. So are we going now to the disappointment?
Did
I
we
don't
say
want to
vertical
say
of the month?
what?
Did we say vertical of the month?
Maybe
Not
we
yet.
keep it for last.
That
Like,
I was
we
gonna
go-
say, leave that as the high note at the end.
Yeah,
The
finish on a
grand
good note, yeah.
finale, you know. No, I don't want to say it was a crap. Did any one of you had a really crap of the month?
No.
We are going back to bit more to the disappointments of the month. Okay, yeah.
Caitlyn had one.
Caitlyn. Yeah, if Caitlyn
Yeah,
turns
she
off,
has
it
one
was a
that she
crap.
didn't finish, so
Yeah,
obviously.
if Caitlyn didn't finish, it was truly a crap for her. And
Yep,
you
but
can
that
start.
wasn't
You can
That
start
wasn't my
because I'm
only
going
crap
with
one.
you for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, no, that one was definitely too much. Again, it all reverts back to extreme violence, abortion. Like one scene, this poor oh my God, my brain's fuzzing. Um,
It was
they
with
have her
Trinity. You mean the one with Trinity Johnson?
Trinity, yeah, they have her character strung up, her pregnant character strung up, and they make a pinata out of her, a pregnant character pinata. Like it just
Yep.
I don't know who comes up with these super ridiculously violent like verticals. And that was like just one of like I think I got like maybe halfway through the vertical, but when you again, just like the other one I didn't finish. 20 episodes of banquet humiliation
Yeah.
style beatdown in the worst ways possible. Like
Yep.
come on. That's not storytelling. That's just like, how much can I shock the audience until they turn it off? Like, it
I
just,
was a bit aware of the storyline because when I recorded with Trinity Johnson, she told, or we spoke already about this storyline, and she said, yeah, there will be dropping a show which is really full of bullying and stuff. For everyone, we are talking about Heartbreak High on Drama Box. Heartbreak
yes.
High, Revenge of My First Love is the correct name on Drama Box. Uh, I didn't finish it also. It was so
No.
okay. I want to start because I was curious if it's really that bad as Trinity told me, but yeah, as you
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
simply.
that one
Uh,
definitely takes top honors for quote unquote disappointment of the month. Although that one is the crap slash
क्या भी
shit.
लगा
I think it
क्या
should get Aline's shit seal.
let's give it a shit.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, but I had a second one. It wasn't
Yep.
obviously as toxic as that. But real shorts, I'll make your daddy mine with Rat. Oh my God. Zero chemistry. And I'm sorry, the fakest intimacy I've ever seen. Like you can legitly tell he is not kissing her neck. He's like this far away, which I get it. Like there's sometimes actors might not be comfortable with each other or whatever. But your goal as an intimacy coordinator and a director and DP and whatever is to angle the camera, have them positioned a certain way so that it looks like it is, but it isn't. But that didn't happen. And the kissing on the neck was just a part of it. It was like it was so terrible. It could have been wonderful if it had chemistry and the right care when it came to the intimacy scenes, but it was super flat. And I've seen so many people complain about the fake intimacy flaws, all the big flaws online that it's not just me. It did not go unnoticed. So those are my two disappointments of the month.
Yeah. One crap and one disappointment.
Yep.
Let's say it that way. Aline, disappointment?
Yeah, I have two. The first one is I Kissed the Star and I liked it on my drama. I don't even like it made just no sense at all.
With
Like I
whom is it?
actually it's
With whom? Who's in it?
I don't even know their name. They're
Okay.
not actors that I've seen often, but it's BL. So I clicked because I was like, why not? But it's like the note that I have is like this makes no sense. It's going all places. Like the subplots are way too many. It's ridiculous. It's not well written. It doesn't make any sense. And honestly, I stay until the end because I will maybe at some point I will understand what's going on this. And it ended, and I was like, okay, I have no idea what's going on. And yeah, it's not like a crap. It's just that why? Like you don't even understand it. It feels like yeah, just really weird. So this was a disappointment, or I don't know, something really weird that I watched. And the second one, and I think a lot of people will not agree with this, but it's Forbidden Eyes in the Dark with Eric Gilmet and Vanessa von Schwark on my drama. This is a disappointment for me because at the end it didn't work for me. Like, especially Vanessa's character, I was so annoyed by her. Not the actress, I mean, really the character. Like, she was so dumb. I'm sorry, but like, it's it's a red, like it's a dark romance ish, and it's not my stuff usually, but it can be done in a better way because in this way, like she is like from the very beginning, Eric's character is kind of a red flag, like he's a masked guy, kind of not a good guy, whatever. But she complied to everything he says. Like she doesn't even try to have her own opinion or whatever. Like it's just, I was so annoyed by that. And the same, like I watched the entire stuff because I was like, maybe it's gonna get better. It didn't, and there's also many stuff that didn't really make sense in it. So at the end, I was like, I know a lot of people loved it and they were like, "Wow, it's one of the best of the month," whatever. To me, it's really a disappointment because I really hoped it would be better. I didn't find good chemistry. I didn't find a good storyline. Like it's a new kind of storyline, at least. Like it was more original than most of the stuff that I've seen. So I give them that. But other than this, it was really, yeah, nothing special and very easy to forget when you finish.
Shikha.
I had three disappointments. One is on Kalos TV again. It is Died on His Wedding Day. It stars Aaron August, and he is really good in a bad vertical, I would say. So the vertical itself was not didn't work for me. It was unnecessary. I could have lived my life without seeing that vertical, basically. So one was that. And the two other are the apps that are disappointing me, Playlet and My Drama. So these are the three disappointments of the month for me.
Dalia?
So I'm probably going to get crucified for this one, because it has such a fantastic cast and it was such a wasted cast.
We know that the great cast cannot make a shit story good.
Fiance's Betrayal, Dante's Inferno on Real Short. Now
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've never hidden my love of Mark Herman. Mark Herman is one of the reasons that I did Animals.
Was
at
it
Real
where he was a
Short.
soldier and comes
Yes.
back? And then I saw it. Okay.
The banquet humiliation in that, and just the fact that it had like a stellar cast also, it was just such a waste. It was actually one that I almost stopped watching. Gabrielle Faith Brown was, good. She was the green flag partner, and Mark Herman, of course he tries, but I think that he even thinks that the banquet humiliation is a joke. Like, really, this is the vertical I'm doing. But to have, actors like Marcus Kelly Curtis, Emma Prescott, Scott Travis, Eloise Lola Gordon. I mean, and then Joey Hayworth was the villain. He's one of my favorite villains ever. So it was such a great cast, and to have it wasted on 40 episodes of Banquet Humiliation was just, I mean, there's no other way
I
to say it.
second that. I second
was-
that.
it was bad.
It was a big banquet month, I have the feeling. We had lately a few more verticals again with really long banquet scenes.
Another one I'm going to highlight is on Cherry Short. I gave Cherry Short a chance. I gave them a week and I watched the 3 or 4 live action that they had out. The Godfather's Captive Maid. Virtually unknowns in the vertical world. Heath Adam Cates, Patricia Frankzak, and Marta Chichorska. The story just was so disappointing. It really The Godfather's Captive Maid was just it's exactly what it sounded like. It was a godfather who basically took a chick and made her a captive maid. And it just made no sense to me, the transitions that they had. for the happily ever after ending. I like, really, okay, you were an asshole the entire time, and the last episode, all of a sudden, she forgives you and you're done. No, no.
No.
And then I'm going to, not crap, not disappointment, but weird enough that it fits here. Please, my assistant is a hot super cat. Did anybody else watch?
Oh, that's the one with Alex Pictin, right?
Yes.
Yep.
With the Kit Kat in it.
Yes, it was adorably cute, but so fucking weird.
Bizarre. It
So
was bizarre.
bizarre. So fucking weird. I could not get over
I didn't finish it.
how into the cat he was.
I didn't finish it.
It made my cheeks hurt. It was just unhinged. I couldn't. I couldn't. It didn't necessarily disappoint me because it made me laugh a lot. But wow, is it not bizarre enough that it belongs here?
Yeah, we can say bizarre, disappointing, I don't know. I have two. First, I'm truly going with Caitlyn for the heartbreak high stuff. We talked enough about it. Simply no. And the second one I want to mention, it hurts a bit because I was so happy that he's finally non-exclusive anymore. But Luke Charles Stafford had for me the first disappointment of the month in Good Short. The You Loser husband is the war god. If we're going back to the banquet scenes, it was also one big, is it really him? No, he's a fraud. And that discussing.
And that was the first
I'm on
one he
episode
20.
filmed
I'm on
after
episode
the
20
real
of
short.
that right now, and I'm thinking of stopping.
I watched that because I had a weekly subscription for Good Shot, so I catched a bit up. But so I watched two of him this month, also this Billionaire Brother and their Country Brides, where also
Hannigan again.
Logan Hannigan was in it. Really cute. But that one was okay. But why does he has always to be a soldier now? In both of them, he's a soldier and fighting, and every time you see him with exactly the same clothes. Really?
I know, but if you think about it, think about how many times in Real Short he played the green flag,
Yeah.
very mellow, laid back guy. So this was a switching up, which I think is good for him. It gives him a little bit of room to stretch his acting legs.
Yeah.
I will agree with you that War God one I was disappointed in because that was his first one he filmed after his Real Short contract. It wasn't obviously the first one that came out after his Real Short contract, but I will agree with you on that. But I do think that this different
It was not
character
because of
archetype
him.
is
It was
good.
just such a shit, overused, worn-out storyline
Yeah.
where I was so, please give him better roles, because in the other one you saw that he's very capable of doing great. But this, the Lord War, no, doesn't work
So-
for me.
I actually was going through my notes and realized I have one more disappointment of the month that I left out that I kind of would like your guys' opinion on if you've watched it, because I'm wondering if my thoughts and feelings are a little off sometimes. But it's a Drama Pops one. It's Laws of Attraction with Casey and Vanessa. And I was really looking forward to that. And
I haven't seen it.
there are a couple, and I love seeing them outside of it. But their characters or how they did it, zero chemistry. And the storyline, I'm sorry, that's almost an exact duplicate, almost, of the Mafia ex-dad one that Tim did with Brittany on Real Short. Like, I saw too many similarities for me to be like, this is not original. This is pretty copycat. And I was so disappointed, especially at the chemistry part, because I was like, oh, yay. And then the chemistry was flat. And even the intimacy scenes, it was kind of awkward, I felt like.
Yeah,
You know what
I
Joey
thought-
said? You remember what Joey said, that real life couples don't have chemistry on screen. It was
I want to
true.
add, I saw the one on TikTok with Casey Ezra and Morgan Tate. What's her name? Morgan Tate?
Morgan Tate.
The what was wait, let me check the title. The Blossom, what was it?
But not just the chemistry. I think the entire vertical was unnecessary.
It fits for Casey. The Blossom in his
His syllabus.
syllabus, where he plays a professor.
I did see that one, yeah.
I was happy to see Casey back on screen because I haven't watched the one with which he produced himself. What was the name again? Which dropped?
The one with Olivia, the weird green
Love Under
screen.
Fire.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
The Blossom in his syllabus is Caitlyn Peluso.
Is
Not
it
Yeah.
Caitlyn
Marty
Peluso?
Tate.
Ah, yeah, sorry, it's Caitlyn Peluso. But this vertical, I really enjoyed with Casey in it, and there was also the Caitlyn Peluso and Casey had done. It was not the first vertical they did together, and I already liked the chemistry earlier. But this storyline and this role was really a great fit for Casey, and I enjoyed him seeing back in verticals, to be honest. But
Oh yeah, no, that one was good. But like I said, I guess maybe I set my expectations a little high for this one with him and Vanessa. I don't know, like I felt like it was crap, but I don't know if those feelings are real or I just set really weird
do
high
you feel it was
expectations
crap
for it.
because of the storyline or why?
Both the storyline
Both.
and the
The
chemistry was just
storyline is
flat.
not believable. The storyline was
Okay.
not believable. No matter what attraction you feel, it was not like what was the one Fever Cage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that one also was a psychologist instead of a lawyer, but it was a psychologist with a convict. But the chemistry there, the storyline, the way that it went, it felt so contrived, like they were trying way too hard.
No, but
I
this story
I love
was more
seeing
of
them
the
together.
copy of the lawyer and the prisoner one on drama shots with Christian Sully and Catherine Gibson. This one was more like that, but that one was executed very well. And this one was not good
Yeah,
enough.
it wasn't. It was a little too contrived. I thought they tried a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
I did have it as like a third disappointment.
Okay, because that makes me feel better because
No,
I'm like,
yeah, I
oh,
didn't
no,
want
like
to
just
beat up Casey too much, but he had, he
Me
had
neither.
even the syllabus one I liked more than this one. And I'm not a
agreed.
huge fan of the professor age gap thing unless it's Aaron Oberst.
But it was I'm not watching this professor one. I talked with Aaron Oberst about it because when you are in real life a professor, it's really weird to watch the
Yes.
professor stuff, to be honest. Because every time I'm entering my classroom, I was so no, simply no, not happening here. No,
It's constantly in your head, yeah.
it is. And I got my new students at the beginning of July. And every time when you see them for the first time, I don't know why I have kind of drama when I enter the room and then one of these shitty professor verticals comes into my mind and I'm watching and say, no, simply no, no. Because it's round about the age gap in the classic professor ones are in. But this professor one I really like because it was not so, the storyline was not so hooked only because of this age gap professor stuff. It was
Right.
smooth, a side story, let's say it that way, and not the main part of the story. So yeah, that was the first professor one in a while I finished. I really finished because the other ones I cannot watch it. So yeah, so we're coming to the end, to the nicest part of it. I have more than one vertical of the month because I said for me it was really a great month. I was very happy about this month after last month was a bit, let's say, kind of down in the roller coaster, but now we are driving straight up. First of all, I mentioned it before, Study Buddy with Noah Andre in it. I was a bit disappointed that it were only 37 episodes.
Oh my God, yes.
Candy jar!
Yeah, I was so, no, you cannot finish it now. No, please give me 10 more episodes.
Candy Jar just needs to do something about that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a bit shit for the story depth. In my opinion, 5 more episodes would have been really nice for the depth of it. But, I'm okay. Less episodes, better than the 128 episode vertical. I'm okay with a bit less episodes as long as they are totally fine. And what I really liked in this vertical, the story was developing the whole time. The story never felt flat in this vertical. But as at the end, I was so, no.
The only thing I didn't like about that one is because he didn't have anything to do with the bet. He shouldn't have had issues with telling her about the bet.
Yeah,
True.
I agree.
Yeah.
That part didn't sit right with me. But
Yeah.
other than that,
That
you're
would
right.
have been
I
fine
needed a few
in
more
5
episodes.
more episodes. No, but that was for a long time a vertical where I was so, no, I was just enjoying it. Come on. Yeah, I rewatched it 2 times.
But that's really a problem with Candy Jar. A lot of their vertical, like you miss 5 to 10 episodes. Actually, Val Villa was perfect in this sense. I didn't feel like we missed
55
episode, but honestly, it's the only one because all of the previous one that I've seen, like for the past couple of months, every time I said it in the chat group as well. We need 5 to 10 more episodes almost every time. This is really frustrating. So Candy Jar, please add a little bit more episode.
Yeah, be a bit more nice to us with a bit more episodes. Yeah.
What'd you guys think of Mark Herman's like 5 episode vertical with Samantha on Real Short?
I didn't watch that.
I
didn't watch that.
So it is I got excited about it because it's advertised like a day, like mimicking the movie The Day After Tomorrow, like a doomsday sort of thing, where he's like trying to warn everybody that there's this catastrophic storm or whatever. And so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. I love The Day After Tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it, right? 5 episodes, and that's the entire thing. Like that's the whole story. I've never seen a story be told that quickly, and that like it was like for maybe I don't know, Dalia might remember. You remember Sparks Notes in school where they'd like give you like the basic bullet point of a story.
For us, it was Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes, yeah, whatever.
The little yellow book,
that's
Cliff Notes.
That's exactly what I felt like this vertical was. It's like, okay, yeah, here's a doomsday story, but this, and this. We're not going to give you any more details. It's just boom, 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 boom. You're done. It's so weird. I get that it was a promotional thing.
Say no to short verticals.
New record, you want to say.
Short verticals, not shorts. Shorts we love.
Yeah, it's more like a proof of concept or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the, and I mean, it was branding because it was all about this like power bank thing company or whatever, which I get. But doesn't that mean there should have been enough money for a legitimate vertical story? Like
maybe they will produce it later. They want to check
how
if the people are curious about.
Crocs did 2 small ones.
Well, that's the thing is I haven't seen the Crocs one.
I think for them it's not a vertical. It's like advertisement. So
it's a glorified commercial.
Like an advertisement for 5 episodes. I
know, but if I was running a company, like, wouldn't you want a longer story so you can put in more advertising? You know, and then this story.
Maybe they will do a sequel. Who knows?
They consider it as an advertisement, a television advertisement or a YouTube ad. They use it for that length only. So I think that was their mindset.
It's just a shame because it would have been a first in the vertical world type of story. Like the vertical world's never done a doomsday one like the Day After Tomorrow movie. And this was totally set up and it had a great cast and it just was like.
So you want to say we should be happy about 37 episodes of Study Buddy?
Yeah, so that's unfortunately that's another reason why I don't go to Candy Jar very often. I'm not big on the YA stories, but it also really irritates the crap out of me that the stories are like Aline said, they're like 5 episodes too short.
You know, the advantage of this is you never find a 40 episode long banquet scene in it.
True.
Yeah, but you can have 5 more episodes that are not a banquet scene anyway. So
I was gonna say, if you're gonna
I think what is happening now that I have ventured more on Facebook and Reddit, I go there, I see everything, I share my stuff there, but what I see is that on Instagram we are just a bunch of small. We are just a small group of people not liking banquet scenes, not liking this, that, but people really enjoy all this. A big crowd is
Yeah,
there who really like all this. That is the reason these things are constantly being made. In spite of us constantly voicing that we do not like banquet scenes, they still continue to be made because many people do like it. I mean, to
well,
each
it
their
all
I
own, but
never
yeah, many
understand.
people do like it.
Yeah, so it all goes back to, and actually I was just thinking about this the other day. So when I spoke at the Vertical Drama Market, one of my panels was the panel I had was one of the first panels of the whole seminar sort of thing. And I was up there with like four other industry folks, which by the way was absolutely like nerve-wracking because I felt like I had imposter syndrome. I felt like I didn't belong up there. But what was interesting, and I can't remember his name, but it was a writer and he goes, well, we put all these super violent things in these banquet scenes in there because that's what audiences want. And I was like, hold on, because it instantly made me a little bit like, I was like, hold on. I said, which audiences are you talking about? Because if you're talking a global audience and that's where you're reaping the data from, I get it, I understand. But if your goal is to market for the American audiences, that will not fly. If you're marketing it for the European audiences, that also probably will not fly. It might fly in China because that's a different culture, it's a different region, they have different expectations for their media, and different thresholds. And we in the United States here, we have completely different thresholds, and even Europe, so I told him you can't just make a blanket statement like that unless you say, I'm looking at it globally. If you're looking at it globally, then fine, I understand because China's going to sway all the global data, but if your
No,
goal is
but
to market for America.
I'd like to even tell you that we are actually living in a bubble where we think everything we see on Instagram is what everybody wants. But there are on these Facebook groups, there are so many Western country people who actually want all this to be seen. They like AI, they like banquet scenes, they like violence because I don't know what mindset they are coming from. Maybe it gives them that hope that okay, things will get better. Maybe their life they identify with it. I'm not judging anybody at all, but yes, it is true. Actually, now that I have gone to various groups and talked to other multiple people, I've realized it's not region based. It is actually your personal experiences that make you like or dislike something, but it is actually not region based at all. And that what that person would have said was actually true. People actually like it because when the data came, there were 54% of United States audience on that group. So, and those people are all voting for the same kind of stories. They like real shot more. They like all this. They want to still stay in that early era, maybe even more violence. People watch all this stuff. I don't know why what it gives them, what thought process they have, but yes, people do watch all this. And what
I
we
can tell
are
you what it gives
talking
them.
about on Instagram, it's just a few bunch of us. We are not even the sample size of the audience.
I asked a Chinese producer who she was born and raised in China and was now in LA, and I asked her straight up. I said, "What is it about verticals that have the violence?" Um, Knowing that the Chinese culture is so respectful of family, and she said that it's almost like escapism. It's not their family. They see where someone is worse. And what I would say to Caitlyn about it with Americans, 11 seasons of Shameless debunks what you just said. Because people
That's true.
watched Shameless because they realized no matter how bad their life was,
It could
they
be
were
worse.
worse.
Yeah.
Catharsis.
So and the obsession that people have in finding people or finding situations that are worse than theirs reminds me of a Lady in the Tramp line that says miserable people like to find other miserable people because then their life isn't that bad. And that's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Lady in the Tramp.
That's
Yeah, it's
true.
catharsis. Mm.
So that's a psychological thing that people want to find stories that make their life not seem as bad. It's pure
Yeah.
escapism.
No, but
And
I
maybe
There's
gives
also
understand
them
to
there's
hope
some.
also
that
the train
everything
wreck.
works out in the end.
There's also the train wreck that you can't look away from. There's we want to see if the woman gets saved. There's the
Right.
hero part. There's several things, but I can tell you that for the most part, it is curiosity and escapism.
No, but
That's
I
it.
understand to some extent. I agree on that because like I can understand why when not like you don't have a shitty life, but like when something is not going well, you want to see that it could be worse. But I think that there's a difference between like the way it showed, like going to the extreme part. You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
Like to me, like again, I do understand that, and I can feel that for some of the vertical that I've seen, but when it goes to like Kathleen mentioned earlier, the piñata pregnant woman,
Right,
how
right.
this
And of
can
course you take it to the extreme because why not? Are you not going to get the extreme one because you know what we're doing? We're talking about it. And in
Yeah.
talking
yeah.
about it, there's no such thing as bad press. We're
But
talking about it.
that's just like to me, like again, I understand the stuff that okay, you want to kind of feel better about your own life. Why not? Honestly, I have no problem with that. But what bothered me is just the extreme ways they are going to it. Like it's
Shock
not
value sells.
about yeah, it's not about the banquet scene itself because like in some stories when you have a banquet scene that it lasts 4 or 5 episodes, it kind of makes sense to the story like
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
but when it's like 20, 30 episodes, it's like going more and more and more and more and more, and at the end this is what bothered me because when I started watching vertical there were already banquet scenes, and some of the vertical I love have banquet scene in it, so it's not just that in particular that is the problem, it's more the extreme part of it. And I
Right.
feel like now like we've seen it for everything, even like the spicy scene at the beginning we had almost none, then it became more and more and more. Same with the kid, at the beginning we had no kids at all in vertical, then we had one, and then it was super cute, and then it became to be abusive against the kid, and then more and more and more. Like it's just this exaggeration that is really annoying me, not the content itself, because again in some story it can make sense to have that kind of part because it's part of the story. When it's part of the storyline that it makes the story really
Move
build
forward.
itself, it can
Yeah.
make sense sometimes. In some toxic romance as well, sometimes it makes sense, but again it's just the way that going more and more in the extreme, at some point you're like, what's gonna be the next step?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of why I was touching on the different regions. Is I don't want to make it seem like certain areas don't want to see any of that. I just think our tolerance levels vary by region. I'm sorry. I think
Absolutely.
geographically,
No, no,
culturally,
no.
once
The
you're gonna
reason I
have our own
said it, the
pressure.
reason I said it is because of Shameless. Because in speaking to this producer, she also can't understand it. But if you look at it psychologically, it's what people look for is some form of escapism. Now some forms are way more extreme than others, absolutely. But people are always going to push the envelope to see how extreme they can get because it gets their names in people's mouths.
Right.
That's it. That's bottom line.
Right.
So, can we come back to the nice
We're back
stuff?
to yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Y'all hopped on my ADHD train and rode with me for a little bit.
No, it's good to talk about that one, but it kind of lowered my hype for the study buddy one. So I wanna say
sorry.
it was a good one.
I'm
No,
sorry.
Study
this-
Buddy was great. Study Buddy was great.
I have a second vertical which I really liked. It was on Drama Wave, Her Beast with Jackson Tiller in it.
Oh yeah.
I loved the storyline. I loved the cast. I don't know. It was, for me, it was kind of, Drama Wave really dropped some good shows this month. They were lately a bit worse because of the non-human verticals. But in this month, they dropped really nice one. Also, the Wrong Sister in His Bed was on Drama Wave. I really enjoyed watching it. As I said, Her Beast with Jackson Triller. I really adored the storyline. And I spoke a bit before it because of the chemistry. Echoes of Your Heartbeat. I really loved that one on TikTok with Meg Bush and Blake Lewis. It was such a cute story. As Aline would say, a cozy one to watch.
You know what was nice about the Jackson Tiller one is that he was green flag without being soft. Like
True.
he,
Yeah.
it was great because he was able to balance that tough mafia persona
Yeah.
and still be green flag without like dampening himself. It was really good. I really like that story. I think that was the best Jackson Tiller story vertical
True.
that
For
I've
him,
seen.
it was such a great role.
Yeah.
To see
It
him a
looks like
bit
he
soft,
really enjoyed
to
it
see him
too.
a bit soft, but also this, no, not dominant. Can we say dominant? No, what was it? Straight character.
Yeah, very
No.
strict, stern.
Yeah, I really like this combination. It was a really good
Yeah.
one for Jackson Taylor this month. Yeah.
I agree.
So these were my 3 ones. Next one.
I can go. I have like a top 3 and also like a honorary mention because there's one that didn't fit my top 3, but I still want to talk about it. So my top 1 would be All In Double or Die. Again, it's not a recent one, but it's a very, very good one.
Every time
No,
you say this title, Shika, so yay!
I know because I remember her
I feel
talking about it.
validated.
Yeah, I do remember her like hyping it, and that's why also it was sitting on my watch list because like if she didn't mention it, I would probably never watched it. But she really mentioned it like it was amazing. I just needed time to be able to watch it. Now it's done, and I agree it's amazing.
That's a
My
nominee for my
top,
Diamond Heart Award. That's a nominee for my Diamond Heart Award.
yeah,
I
and
haven't seen
my
it yet.
my top 2 would be Odd Priest. So yeah, this one was and like
Gamma
usually I
Time.
don't like usually I don't like that kind of storyline. Like we had a few priest-ish story in the past that I didn't like, but this one didn't feel the same way as the other ones. The way it was written was different, and that's why for me this one was very good compared to other that I've seen. And for my top 3, I have 2 from Candy Jar, Val Villa, and Study Buddy, both together. I love them both. It was great. And honorary mention will go for Heart of the Yakuza on My Drama. I haven't seen reviews about this one. It's not actors that are very known in the vertical space, but it's in 2 parts. You have part 1 and part 2 both released. It has a cliffhanger and I really hated it, but I'm hoping that they have 2 parts already, so I'm hoping maybe one day we will have part 3, who knows. But this is well, it's mafia story-ish because it's Yakuza story, but it's the mafia from Japan, so kind of mafia story, I guess we can consider the same. And I really like the way it was done. It's a little bit of a toxic romance. That's why I'm surprised I loved it that much. But because the guy, like at some point, was pretty much a red flag, and I was like, yeah, but I still like you, so it's not usual for me. But yeah, this one was really nice, and it didn't draw many attention. Probably because it doesn't have like a big cast in it, so people don't know it that much. And I haven't seen a lot of ads promotion on it. It's just because I had the sub and I tried to watch as much as I could to make the sub worth it, and I watched it, and yeah, it's a good surprise.
And I want to add Volodymyr Pelech as priest. Who
Yeah.
simply say that. Who? Yeah, Dalia, exactly.
You
No,
can
when
put that clip in. You can put that clip in.
When I saw him with his priest outfit, I was so. Yep. Yep.
Forgive me, Father, because I'm about to sin. Yeah.
Come on. Sorry for saying that, but he was really hot priest.
Oh, Hot Priest is number 1 for me, for sure. It got the highest rating. It for sure. Hot Priest, Hot Priest, Hot Priest. Snatched by My Ex's Brother is also up there for me. The Blake and Kirsten combination, I just thought it was very, very well done. I love seeing Jude Gabrielson in a couple of roles this month, but in that one he excelled too. And I'm going to give 2 titles that just came out that I really want people to give chances to, and one is Vow Villa on Candy Jar, because I have never laughed as much as I laughed with Olivia Rose Williams. I mean, the chemistry, the jokes, Jeff Lawless was awesome. And Jared Staub, you can't say enough about him. I love to see his growth. Thinking of the first episode, the first vertical I ever saw him in, to now, he's just a superstar. And Tess is amazing, of course. Tess is always amazing. But I want to speak about Pablo Caestli. Caestli? Boat Janitor Strikes Back. It's on Drama Wave. And in this case, I am going to bring up AI because AI was used, because they're rowers. So you have to be able to show several rowers in an expanse. And I want to say that's how AI needs to be used in verticals.
Additionally.
And that's the correct use of AI for me. For me to get it into my head how I can marry live action and AI, it would be that for the expansive scenes. It wasn't done great. They have, of course, it's glitches because it's AI, and there's a lot of not great stuff that's being written out there. But if they're going to use it, let them use it like that. And I want people to give it a chance. That Drama Wave really did a good job with this story. The story was fantastic. Anna Stadler was great. Jake Tittle was great. Matt Polkamp was awesome as an asshole. It was a fantastic story. I watched it last night, and I specifically watched it because I was so excited about watching Pablo in this lead. And the story did not disappoint. I need everyone who still has even a sliver of Drama Wave subscription left to watch that one. Boat Janitor
Say the
Strikes
title
Back.
again, please.
Boat Janitor Strikes Back.
Okay, I have to watch that. Shikha, what was your...
All
Yay!
I'll jump on the bandwagon of Hot Priest. It is my number one. And I will not just mention Mariah and Bolo, but Matthew Polkamp as well. He was very sinister, very calm. A calm villain is more scary than, I feel, a loud villain. So yeah, they all did a great job. The second one, I have not heard more people talk about it, but it is so funny. It is on Shorts app. It's My Lumberjack Lover is a Billionaire with Nick Checkett and Noemi Vance. It is so funny. It is just such a feel good vertical that I can go back and rewatch it. It's my comfort now. So yeah, I would highly suggest you all to watch it. And the third one that recently came out on Drama Shots, it's with Luca Pietro and Jasmine Nguyen. It's a ballerina, the ballerina who fell for a criminal. It's by Vertical Sunsets and Drama Shots, and both of them did a great job. Jasmine, I was so glad to see diversity in verticals, and she is such a poetry in motion. So yeah, that one is also one that I will highly suggest people to go watch. It's recently out on Drama Shots.
Good. Caitlyn, last but not least.
Yeah, so I mean, I already talked a bunch about Off Limits from Drama Pops. So obviously that's up there, but the one that took the number one spot this month for me, and actually moved into my top 3 of all time, is The Sins of Dorian Gray. I am a huge psychological thriller sort of. That is My Drama. Sorry, Sins of Dorian Gray on My Drama. Okay. I'm a huge psychological thriller type person, dark, romancy, mystery sort of thing. This one was a unique story. Eugene did an amazing job playing this really twisted character, and his moral downfall, if you will. But the cinematography was amazing. And like I said, the story was so unique, and it kept me on the edge of my seat until the very end. And it wasn't predictable. There was a lot of these psychological thrillers that came out this month, and I even had one person send me a title of one, and they're like, "Oh, it's so great." And I immediately started watching. I was like, oh, I know exactly how this is going to end, and I'm only 5 episodes in. Like, I can tell where this is going. Whereas Sins of Dorian Gray, nope. You have no idea what's going on or what's, really going to happen until you get to the end. I thought it was spectacular. And like I said, the cinematography was simply amazing. They did incredible shots that I've never seen before. There's no AI in it when doing these shots, which boggles my mind because some of them are like really creative. So I love this one to pieces. Like I said, it's in my top 3 of all time now.
As I said, I've the impression that it was a good month, July, a good start in the second half of the year. Is there anything you're looking forward to in August now? I mean, personally for me, yesterday Verticals the movie had his premiere. I hope that we will get to see it this month because it looks
September 1st. September 1st.
dang shit. No. I'm not patient. I've seen
But I
so
agree.
many
I'm also
trailers.
I also really
so
want to
cute.
see it because it seems to. But first of all, obviously, it was a comedy kind of stuff. Like
Yeah,
we know
We
what to
need it.
expect from it, and
yeah,
what I love is that obviously all actors in it are vertical actors, like known
true.
in the vertical space, and like they are able to laugh about themselves. I don't know
Yeah,
the name in English when you laugh about your own person, or like I know the word in French but not in English, sorry, but you know what I mean. Like when you
I
are
know the
able
word in
to
German.
even if you're like super serious about your job, you're also able to see like the weird stuff about it and make it in a good way, you know? Like if anyone outside of the vertical space would have done that kind of movie, it would
Yeah,
probably go to like more cringy stuff or whatever, but because it's done by people within the space that knows exactly how it's done, like all the small clips that we've seen so far, just hilarious. Like,
I
and
laughed a lot about Mark Pontarelli being the director. You have to stand closer. We cannot stand closer, but the client wants it.
it's just like again, like I love that they will bring a lot of behind the scene kind of stuff that we don't see. We kind of know how it works on set. We
yeah,
know that
yeah,
sometimes they have weird requests or whatever, but it's just now seeing it really in a scenario and everything. I really think it's gonna be amazing.
yeah. So, really, 1st of September? Really? That's 4 weeks.
I'm looking forward to Verticon. Verticon.
First my event. First my event.
Oh, but it's the week right before.
I
I
know.
can't look forward to that. I'm looking forward to Verticon.
If you would be flexible, well, you would first fly over to Germany and then go to
Absolutely. No,
Verticon.
no, absolutely.
Just saying it.
If I didn't have a show in North Carolina, trust me, I would.
If I was a billionaire, I would be there.
Yeah.
But you all have to cross the figures for me that I can post on August 13 in my story roundabout lunch break my time. That means 6 a.m. your time. When you are waking up, you have to check my story, and if there is the first airport selfie, then I'm fine. Because I don't know why, I'm kind of nervous if he really
Oh,
shows up.
don't be.
It's gonna be great.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
great.
it'll be perfect.
I don't know yet, but there is no way back. You know, they are flying people over from Spain, from Czech Republic. They are, and I
Wow.
was, and what I really liked was there were some people were writing me, Michaela, can I take also a picture with you? And also, yeah, why not? No, I'm just asking if that's possible.
It's included in the
See?
price.
Right?
It's all inclusive, you know? No, but that's cute. I really look forward to meet some people from the space and a lot of people I know. And I realized that this community in Germany is not so small as I thought, to be honest.
There you go.
So we are working on it. And the fun part was a lot of people wrote me, yeah, sorry, the the date this year they don't match. Dalia wrote it also, but next year I will be there. And someone gave me the advice, next year if you can do it with Luke Charles Stafford or Mark Cotter, I'm in. No.
That's a tall order.
But I would need like to prepare a vacation in France so I can see my family, and then since like I think it's not close to where I live in France, but I'm not that far from Germany, so at least I can try to find a way.
It would be, I think,
easier.
a 2 hours flight from France to. Mr. Clohessy flies from Zurich to Bordeaux on the next morning. It's a 1 hour 35 minutes flight, just for information.
Yeah, usually when I fly from Zurich, I have like 2 hours drive to go to Zurich. So
Yeah, next year.
I will have
isn't there
to
a saying
consider.
in German,
What?
alles zu seiner Zeit, something like that.
Ooh,
Time.
alles zusammen. Shikha, where
Yeah,
did
I've
zusammen
learned-
come from?
Zusammen is
learned,
together, right?
I've learned Deutsch till B1 level for my work. So I can
Wow.
understand a bit, I can talk a bit, I can read a bit.
And you are telling me that nearly after 1 year now?
Because
you
I don't want to
kidding?
embarrass myself if you ask me something and I'm like, what?
Okay,
You
we
know,
will
my
work.
WhatsApp status is alles zu seiner Zeit.
We will
Since
work on
months,
that.
since years, I think.
We will work on that, ladies. So, is there anything other you are curious about? About two great upcoming events? I mean, is there any vertical stuff you are looking
Well, maybe I don't know if it's gonna be released this month, but they are starting a lot of promotion. The A-Twist app. They keep saying it's coming up this summer. I mean, we are half of the summer, so probably it's gonna be soon, I guess. So maybe it's gonna be in August. But they put a lot of stuff, and they seem to have some nice shows
Which
coming
app?
up. It's A-Twist.
A-Twist.
It's not like it's not downloadable yet, but they
Okay.
keep saying it's coming this summer, so I expect it to probably launch around probably August. So I'm actually curious because from the few kind of teaser that they posted, seems to be promising. So I don't know what it's gonna be like, obviously, but I'm actually curious to know how it's gonna be.
I saw a few advertisings for the VU app, you know, the soccer one Sam Myerson did, and a show from Roberta Sparta is also dropping on VU. And I'm not sure
You is who had the original Casey Esser one.
Yeah.
Yeah, also no, but I think also I don't know where this one which Robert Palmer Watkins shot together with Roberta Sparta in Oklahoma is dropping, but that should drop also next month or this month. We are at the 1st of August now. So I'm hoping that this upgoing roller coaster is going a bit more up in August also. What means the quality. What I really liked was that they flew more actors over to China again for shooting there. So I hope that there will drop good shows because it was really good actors they flew over. So there is still hope, we want to say. Where we
Always
can
hope.
watch in August. Until then, I wish you a fantastic summer, a hot, hot summer again. And I would say we meet in 4 weeks, and I'm sure we have to talk a lot about. Caitlyn, are you also at Verticon?
I am. I'm actually going a few days early, although I don't know why, because I haven't been able to line up any like meetings or anything like that. So I might end up just going to Disneyland because I've never been to the California Disneyland. I've only been to the Florida Disney World, so I
How
might do that.
cool is that? I'm just going to Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland.
Universal Studios is fun too.
Well,
So Caitlyn and
we'll see what
Dalia
the budget
are
allows.
Caitlyn and Dalia, our spies at Vericon. That's good. Then you can give us some insider infos how it was. In that way, that's great. Shikha, what are your plans for the summer?
It's monsoon here, so it's quite cozy and nice. But I have a few family commitments, work, and also I don't. I think I'm also going to take a break from my page for a bit.
Yeah, summer break. Well earned, well needed. Aline, what your plan? Is your workload a bit better now or keep on going?
No, it's getting better now. Like we released the big stuff that we had to, so now it's more fixing the last little bugs. So it's getting better, and we are going to have a barbecue at my company to say thank you. It's not a race, but at least we will have food. Uh, so it's not that bad. But yeah, no, this month will be more like will be better for me. I will have time to watch more Vertical, hopefully. So we'll see.
Great. So I wish you a great summer and would be more than happy to see you again in 4 weeks, ladies.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So thanks a lot. Good night, good
Thanks
evening,
for
wherever
having
you
us.
are. And take care. Bye.
Bye.
This is a wrap on this episode, and I hope you tune in again.